Husband and wife, bow to each other!
I am Lillian Wynne, the Wynne heiress. I grew up in a temple. General Stanton of North Watch killed too many people. A master predicted that his only son, young General Stanton, wouldn't live past 20. The only way to save him was to marry the reincarnation of the blessed soul. Through his wife's blessing, he could live a long life. I was the one the master called the blessed soul. My parents brought me back from the temple to marry the young general. But on the day of the wedding, my cousin Rosalind Wynne drugged me and took my place at the altar.
Wait!
If Leon marries the wrong bride and dies, the general will never spare the Wynnes. To save my entire family, I must be the bride.
Who is she? Why is she also in a wedding dress?
I am the true Wynne heiress, the predicted blessed soul. Lillian Wynne?
Ultimately, with General Stanton's support, I successfully married Leon. After my cousin went home, she was assaulted and killed by bandits.
Rosalind!
When she died, she was 2 months pregnant. My furious parents erased me from the family tree and disowned me.
I have no such daughter!
It was you! You killed your cousin!
Don't be afraid. Even if the winds disown you, I'll always take care of you.
Husband! Husband! We're having a baby!
Did you know Rosalind was carrying my child too? You tore our family of 3 apart forever, and you think you can bear my child?
My baby!
You killed my Rosalind. I'll rip your heart out and see how black it is.
Husband and wife, bow to each other! The bride serves the tea!
Am I back to the day my cousin took my place at the wedding, since you can't tell right from wrong? Then this time, we are done for good.
Who is that?
She's in a wedding dress too.
Who are you?
General Stanton, I am the Wynne heiress, Lillian Wynne. I've come to fulfill the marriage pact.
If I just stand by today and let this marriage happen, when Leon dies later, General Stanton will surely be furious at our deception. I would be implicated too. That is why today, I must tell the truth. But Rosalind and Leon must be bound together.
You are saying you are the Wynne heiress, the blessed soul.
Father, I don't believe in prophecies. It is all superstition. In 5 days, I will turn 20. I will stay alive and prove it.
You fool, you ungrateful son! The master and I are dear friends. How could he lie to me? Today you must marry the Wynne heiress.
Father, please don't let some made-up nonsense ruin my entire life.
In my past life, I crashed the wedding. The old general was ruthless, and Leon stayed silent. This time, he actually stepped up to protect the one he loves. Could it be he was reborn too?
Mother, please let me and the young general be together. My sister doesn't even like the young general. The young general and I are truly in love. I will only marry him.
What a disgrace! You didn't want to get married, and now you are causing trouble! The Wynne family's reputation is completely ruined by you!
I should have guessed. Rosalind taking my place definitely wasn't her idea alone. My parents must be backing her up. Then I'll give you what you want.
Father, when did I say I wouldn't marry? It was my cousin who gave me a sleeping draft last night. After I drank it, I slept right until noon. If my cousin wants the young general, I wouldn't dare stop her. But my name is on the marriage deed. Today is my wedding day.
You stop! You're nonsense!
Outrageous! A Stanton family marriage is not for you to trifle with. The one my family is marrying is the Wynn heiress, Lillian.
Father! Rosalind is carrying my child! Please, Father, give us your blessing!
What did you say? Fine. Since she carries the Stanton heir, you will marry them both. Lillian will be the wife, and Rosalind the concubine.
No, I won't be a concubine.
Father! Rosalind is so elegant! She can't be a concubine! Father! Mother!
Make me a concubine. I'd rather just die.
Rosalind! Rosalind! My dear daughter, don't do anything stupid!
Father, Mother, you love my cousin so much. How can you let her die? Let me add fuel to the fire. Father, Mother, if only my cousin was your biological daughter. That way, she could rightfully marry the young general.
What a brilliant move. For someone so clever. It'd be a shame not to help her out.
General! To tell you the truth, there is something you don't know. Although we publicly claim Rosalind is my sister-in-law's child that we helped raise. But actually, she's our own flesh and blood.
Exactly. Rosalind is the true Wynn heiress. As for Lillian Wynn, she is just an adopted child.
Edward Wynn, Helen Wynn, just like in my past life. For my cousin, you'd abandon me anytime, your own flesh and blood. But this time, I won't wait for you to abandon me.
General Stanton, when we had Rosalind, her aunt adored her, so she took her in. She returned at age 2. Rosalind is the true Wynn heiress. As for Lillian Wynn, she is an old friend's daughter. She only came to us recently. Our neighbors can all testify to this.
Mr. Wynn speaks the truth. This Lillian Wynn just arrived at Wynn Manor recently.
As for Rosalind, we watched her grow up. She is indeed the true Wynn heiress.
If that is the case, today I will cut all ties with the Wynn parents. From now on, whatever happens in life or death, we are nothing to each other. I ask everyone here to bear witness.
What did you say?
I said I am severing all ties with you.
I forbid it!
Father, I am just an old friend's daughter. I am not your flesh and blood. Why keep me around at all?
If you leave our family, where else could you go? My child, we were forced to do this today. We'll treat you well from now on. We won't let our adopted daughter suffer in misery.
Since your last name is Wynn, you'll be a Wynn for life. The Wynn family would never mistreat its own daughter.
This is just for the family's reputation. Stop pretending to care so much.
Severing ties doesn't have to be so ugly. No need for signed papers. As the saying goes, a married daughter is like spilled water. Why don't you just get married?
Well then, if you insist on marrying me, once Rosalind has an heir, I'll take you as my concubine. Rosalind is always generous and considerate. She won't make things hard for you.
Leon, I really didn't realize you could be this shameless. You killed me and my child in my past life. I haven't avenged our tragic deaths yet. And now you want me as your concubine. Keep dreaming! I'd rather marry a peasant than be your concubine.
Marriage is decided by parents' orders and matchmakers. You two, will you let Lillian marry me as a concubine? Well,
I won't accept this. I am not marrying him.
You ungrateful daughter! What?
Mr. Wynn, what a temper you have. I just so happen to need a wife. I think your adopted daughter is quite charming. How about you marry me instead?
Lord Charles, since you and my daughter hit it off so well, why don't we set a time to discuss this at my home?
I wasn't asking you. I am asking her.
Lord Charles, this is Stanton Hall, not your usual brothel or tavern, and certainly not your playground.
Who says I am playing around? If you are willing, I will marry you in 5 days. I'd like to see if the master's prophecy is really true.
Nonsense!
With me, the Wynn heiress, and the blessed soul's blessing, my husband will be safe and sound.
I accept. In 5 days, I'd like to see if you can still smile.
Lillian Wynn! Do you really think I can't live without you!
In my past life, I did just fine and lived well past 20.
For our wedding, you have to come.
And to bypass her parents and the matchmaker, to arrange her own marriage. What a disgrace.
This Lord Charles is a famous playboy. He has 99 concubines. This adopted daughter is crazy about marrying high. Lord Charles is such a playboy. How dare she?
Exactly.
I, the Wynn heiress, have somehow become their adopted daughter. At least I can leave the Wynns.
Everyone, please enjoy the feast. Pay no mind to those clowns.
Leon, Rosalind, enjoy yourselves for a few more days. Soon you'll see who the real clowns are.
Time to eat. This food is spoiled.
The young miss and her husband are visiting today. The master and madam are entertaining them in the front yard. They don't have time for you. If you won't eat, then just starve.
How dare you? Is that how you speak to me?
I am the young Mrs. Maid. How dare you hit me?
Even if Rosalind were here, I would slap her too, let alone a mere maid.
Sister! How can you say such things? If you are mad that I took your marriage, just blame me. Why take it out on Luna?
You are right. I should take it out on you.
Lillian, I can't believe you are still this vicious. You failed to use the lie of the blasted soul to force me to marry you, so you take it out on Rosalind.
Leon.
You've personally destroyed your only way out. In 2 days, I'll be waiting to see you drop dead.
What happened here?
Father, Mother! Lillian hit me. But please don't blame her. She's probably just mad that I married Leon. And taking it out on me. It is all my fault.
Rosalind, I knew you would say that.
You wretch! You just can't stand seeing your sister happy! Guards! Drag this wretch out of here and punish her!
Lillian, why do you still resent your sister? Apologize to your sister right now.
Lillian, right now! Kneel before Rosalind and apologize!
Father, don't blame my sister.
Hi! Rosalind, you are just too kind. This vicious woman deserves to be whipped. Father-in-law, I will carry out the whipping myself.
Sister, just admit your mistake. Young General Stanton is incredibly strong. He'll beat you to death.
You stole my marriage, turned me from the true-born daughter into an adopted one, and now you abuse me with spoiled food. Is this the way the Wynn family behaves?
You wretch! Drag her out! Beat her!
Hit me! Beat away the last illusion I had from my parents. Beat away Leon Stanton's last chance of survival. From now on, I am just Lillian Wynn.
My child, just admit you are wrong.
Stop pretending, you reckless fool!
Lock her in the ancestral hall! Starve her for 3 days and nights! Let's see if she still talks back!
Charles Goodwin, will you keep your promise?
Sister, what are you talking about? Charles Goodwin is the capital's notorious playboy lord. He spent last night at the Rosewood House. How could he possibly remember you?
If you behave yourself, I can take you as a concubine. Leon Stanton, you really never change. Still coveting my future wife.
Are you alright?
I am fine. Not dead yet.
Mr. Wynn, were you trying to beat my fiancé to death?
Lord Charles, it is all a misunderstanding! A misunderstanding, just a misunderstanding!
If I hadn't come, you would have beaten Lillian to death. Young General Stanton, lynching my fiancé. What is the penalty for that? Lord Charles, the Wynns haven't accepted your proposal. Disciplining Lillian is a Wynn family matter. It is not your place to interfere. A family matter, whether it is or not. Everyone, listen to this royal decree first. By the grace of heaven, the king decrees, Lord Charles of Northvale, Charles Goodwin, is brave and honorable. Lillian Wynne is pure and virtuous. I hereby grant them marriage on an auspicious day to carry on the lineage and set an example of virtue. Respect this decree.
You really got a royal decree for me.
Mr. Wynne, if I had arrived a step later and you had beaten Miss Wynne to death, who would His Majesty grant this marriage to?
Lord Charles, I was fooled by that wicked servant slander and wrongfully punished Lillian. I beg you, please forgive me. Guards, drag that wretched Luna away and beat her to death.
Master, spare me! Master! Miss, save me! Save me!
Did you also believe the rumor about the blessed soul want to marry Lillian for her blessings?
Young General Stanton, do you regret giving up marrying the blessed soul and enjoying her blessings?
Of course not. I only have Rosalind in my heart. Besides, the doctor said my pulse is strong. I am perfectly healthy. I won't drop dead in 2 days.
Then I wish young General Stanton a long and healthy life.
Lillian, His Majesty granting this marriage is the Wynne family's greatest honor. Rest assured, I'll make sure you have a grand wedding.
That is right. Lillian, Mom will take out the best treasures for your dowry. Just forgive your dad this once.
Father, mother, I am not your flesh and blood, and you don't even like me. I naturally won't accept your favors for nothing, lest in the future, when trouble strikes, you come begging us for help.
I'll do whatever Lillian says. If Lillian doesn't want to see her adoptive parents, then I will ignore them too.
What are you saying? Are you trying to cut ties with us? I cut you from your parents,
But I am adopted. At the Stanton Hall wedding, the whole capital learned about it.
When His Majesty decreed, he only said Lillian Wynne. He never mentioned the senior archivist, or your name at all. This means His Majesty also thinks Lillian is not a true Wynne. If Mr. Wynne insists on keeping her, I am afraid you'll be accused of defying the decree and social climbing.
I will strike palms 3 times with you, Father. In life and death, from this moment on, we are nothing to each other.
Are you happy now? Marrying well. Don't worry. If we ever cross paths, we'll act as strangers, so no one will say we're clinging to you.
That is for the best. Let's go. I've arranged a place for you to stay. In 2 days, at the right time, I will marry you.
Charles Goodwin, everyone says that you are nothing but a useless playboy. But why? Are you doing all this for me?
Lillian Wynne, don't get too cocky. Everyone in High Court knows that Charles Goodwin is a regular at the brothels. And at home, he has a house full of concubines. Once you marry him, you are in for a rough time.
Thanks for your concern, sister, but I am not greedy. I just want sincerity, not exclusivity. Instead of worrying about me, sister, you'd better look after your own husband. You wouldn't want to be a widow right after your wedding.
What nonsense is this?
Is it nonsense? In 2 days, we will find out.
Rest assured, Lady Stanton. For as long as I live, I will never fail Lillian.
Rosalind, I told you that prophecy was nonsense, right? I just turned 20 today, and I am perfectly fine. I bet Lord Charles, spending all his time in brothels. And being a few years older is definitely not as fit as me. I'll probably be the one watching him die first.
Leon Stanton, Rosalind, laugh while you can. Without the blessed soul's protection, let's see how long you can keep laughing.
each other.
What is happening? My chest suddenly feels like it is splitting apart.
Husband! Husband! Are you okay? Husband, don't scare me.
Leon! Is there a doctor? We need a doctor!
General, allow me to check the young general's pulse.
Dr. Clark, you are the best in the Royal Infirmary. I trust you. Hurry, save my son.
General, the young general's pulse is very weak. I am afraid he won't survive the day. General, you better prepare for the worst.
How could this happen?
I am also puzzled. The young general looked perfectly fine and energetic just now. How could he show signs of death in a matter of moments?
Could the blessed soul's prophecy be true? Without marrying Lillian, am I really going to die? Lillian Wynn, save me! Save me!
Lillian, let's go.
Wait! Miss Wynn, please forget the past. Save my son.
Old General Stanton, my wife cannot save your son. You should seek help elsewhere.
Old General Stanton, today is my son's wedding. Old General Stanton, are you trying to publicly snatch the daughter-in-law of Northvale Estate?
I am not trying to snatch the bride. It is just that I fought all my life, and I only have this one son. I will petition His Majesty and use all my merits to trade for my son's life. Please show some mercy, Your Grace. Halt the wedding for now. You! It is all because of you! You witch! You bewitched my son! If you are the true-born daughter of the Wynn family, why did my son suddenly fall ill today?
A child's parentage is decided by their parents. I am just a weak woman. What do I know?
Son, hold on, Lillian. We wronged you. We sent you the betrothal gifts, but he married your cousin instead. As long as you can save my son's life, whatever you ask for, I will agree to it.
Old General Stanton, you know as well as I do to save your son. I must marry him, but right now I am already Lady Lillian of Northvale. How could I possibly marry the young general?
That is not a problem. As long as you remarry, whether it is Northvale Estate or you, whatever you ask for, we will agree to it.
Why should saving your son mean ruining my happy marriage with Lillian? Back then, she was in a wedding dress at your house ready to marry your son. What your son said, have you forgotten?
Lillian, in our past life, I shouldn't have harmed you and the child. I was wrong. I was wrong. I beg you, save me. Save me.
I have already married Lord Charles. My blessing is now bound to him. How can I save the young general?
Am I really doomed to die in this life?
Let's go.
Please, save my son! Lillian, I know my son wronged you. But right now, you are the only one who can save him. He is my only child. I beg you, please think of another way.
She is my wife. You want her to remarry? Over my dead body.
Actually, besides marrying me, there is another way. Trust me. I remember my master saying this kind of fate is usually caused by resentful spirits. To save young General Stanton, there is only one way left. You just need to take the heart's blood of his true love. Then, at the mass graves, hold a vigil for 3 days and nights. Even though young General Stanton might not fully recover, at the very least, keeping him alive is still entirely possible.
Guards, bring a dagger and a bowl.
The heart's blood of his true love. Wouldn't that be mine?
Rosala, in our past life, you brutally murdered me and my child. Taking a bowl of your heart's blood is only fair, right?
Rosalind, hurry, take the blood.
No, If you take my heart's blood, will I even survive? Husband, I am pregnant. I am carrying your child. How can you take my heart's blood? Please, let me go.
Hold her down! Take the blood!
No!
Yes, sir.
Old General Stanton! Today is my son's big day. Throwing blood at a wedding feast isn't quite right, is it?
I am so sorry, Your Grace. I just want to save my son. I wasn't thinking straight. Please, forgive me. Take her! Get the blood! Your Grace, I am sorry for the trouble today. I'll visit you another day to apologize in person. Farewell.
My lady, if this fever doesn't break, the young general will be in grave danger.
I'll think of another way.
Lillian, if only I had chosen you in this life, how wonderful it would have been.
Lillian, I won't let you look at anyone else. In your eyes, there can only be me.
Are you just seeing that I saved Leon and getting jealous?
You knew I would get jealous. Why did you still save him?
Watching him die would surely be satisfying. But for some, living isn't necessarily better than dying. Although Leon got his life back, from now on, he'll be paralyzed in bed. And on every full moon, he'll suffer the pain of thousands of ants biting him. Living like this, isn't it? More satisfying than his death.
My wife, every moment tonight is precious. Let's not talk about irrelevant people anymore.
My lady, you are awake. Where is Lord Charles? He left in the middle of the night. The middle of the night? Charles Goodwin, did he go to his concubines last night? Or a brothel? In the middle of the night. Charles, did he go to his concubines last night? Or a brothel?
I really couldn't say. Lord Charles never likes us prying into his affairs.
Charles, a leopard really doesn't change its spots.
My lady.
Lillian Wynn, Charles was always a playboy. You married him just to escape the Wynn family, do you? Actually, expect him to be devoted to you.
Are you unhappy?
Number, help me get dressed.
My lady, Lord Charles, what happened to him? You better go see for yourself.
Leave, all of you.
What is this?
Lillian, you are awake?
Who are they?
They are the concubines I married before. Now, I've dismissed them all.
Did you dismiss them just for me?
Lillian, don't worry. I only married those concubines simply because the king was wary of my father. I had to pretend to be a playboy. I never even touched any of them.
So that is why. What about the brothels?
Just for show. Lillian, in this life, you are the only one.
But by doing this, aren't you afraid the king will get suspicious again?
Now that you are my wife, I couldn't possibly bear.
seeing you and those concubines fighting with each other. Besides, the power and status of the estate are different now. I no longer need to put on a show for the king.
Charles, I thought our marriage was just a transaction. I never expected you to be so genuine with me. I promise. Since you are so true to me, I will never let you down.
It really is you, Lilia. I thought I was dreaming.
Clara, wait for me outside.
Yes.
Young General Stanton, please behave yourself. I am now Lady Lillian of Northvale.
Charles Goodwin. George Goodwin.
My husband treats me extremely well, of course. Young General Stanton, I must return and dine with my husband. I will take my leave now.
Lilia, I miss you so much.
Young General Stanton, have you had too much to drink? Your wife is about to give birth, and you are telling me this.
Lilia, you probably don't know this, but in our past life,
We were actually married. We even had a lovely child.
Shut up! So, you killed my child, ripped him out alive, and even dug out my heart! You... I am also curious. What color was my heart? Was it black? Were you satisfied, young General Stanton?
So you were reborn too. You knew everything.
You never wanted to marry me.
Who'd marry you after seeing your true colors? I may be the blessed soul, but I am not a blessed fool.
Number Lillian, in our past life, Rosalind was carrying my child, but was assaulted and killed by bandits. That is why I held such deep resentment toward you. Leon, I treated you so terribly in our past life. I was a monster.
But you still saved me. You still have feelings for me. Don't you, Lillian?
Can you please leave Charles? He is just a playboy. You won't be happy with him.
Darling, are you alright?
I am fine. What brings you here?
You were taking so long. I got worried and came looking for you. Good thing I was quick, or else that blood of yours would have stained my wife's quick. Charles Goodwin!
That is enough, Charles. We don't need to waste time with him. Let's go.
All right.
Leon, what happened to you?
The young general went to the temple to pray today and bumped into Lady Lillian. Perhaps Lady Lillian said something to the young general, and he ended up like this.
What did you say? Lillian, Duchess Margaret did this.
Lillian. I want...
Lillian Wynne! It is you again! You are already married to Lord Charles, yet you still try to seduce Leon!
Take the young general back to his room. Get the best doctor to examine him. Someone?
Lady Stanton. Yes, I'll get it done right away.
Lillian Wynne. Just wait to be cut into 1,000 pieces.
Father, Mother, please try my cooking.
Good girl. Thanks for your hard work. Come sit and eat.
Sit.
My lord, let's eat.
I am the celestial blessing. In my past life, the blessed soul saved me from a tiger, allowing me to complete my merits, attain true enlightenment, and join the celestial court. Today, since the blessed soul is with child, I have come to be reborn to bring blessings to her family.
Who is talking? Charles, did you hear? A child's voice?
My dear, you must really want a baby. That is why you are hearing things. How about we try hard tonight and make one?
Mom, I am still just a baby, but you don't have to mind me. I love hearing Dad tell you such sweet nothings.
Someone is definitely talking. A baby. Could I be pregnant? I can hear the thoughts of the baby inside me.
My dear, try this. Have a taste of our daughter-in-law's cooking.
Okay.
No! That dish is laced with deadly poison. If she eats it, Grandma will die. Mom made this dish, so they will definitely blame it on her. This is so stressful.
Mother, don't eat it.
Lillian, what are you doing? Why'd you stop Mother from eating the food I gave her?
Thank goodness. Good thing Mommy reacted fast, or Grandma would be in big trouble. Grandpa shouldn't blame Mommy.
The baby must be helping me, helping Northvale Estate. My child is the celestial blessing reincarnated. I believe what he says is completely true.
Father, Mother, please calm down. If Lillian did this, she must have her reasons. Lillian, this food, is there something wrong with it?
Lillian, what are you doing?
This. To think someone dares to use poison in Northvale Estate. They must have a death wish.
Father, you don't suspect me.
If it were really you, you wouldn't have stopped your mother from eating it. Besides, I trust Charles's judgment. If you were truly a cruel person, Charles wouldn't have gone to such lengths to marry you. What are the people in Northvale Estate even doing here? I am going to call the steward over to question him right now.
Father, you can't.
Lillian, what do you mean by this?
Father, the enemy is out in the open while we're in the dark. If you call the steward over for questioning now, it is basically alerting the enemy.
Do you mean you want me to just let this go? Not to mention how unfair this is to you and your mother. If they poison us again, how are we supposed to defend against it?
Yes, we can endure it, but we can't ignore the safety of Northvale Estate.
Father, Mother, of course, we won't just sit and wait to die. We just need to play along and draw the snake out of its hole. But Mother will have to bear with it and put on an act.
Annabelle! Oh, Annabelle! How could you just leave me like this? Guards! Take this venomous woman who poisoned her mother-in-law and lock her in the woodshed. Once I am done handling Annabelle's funeral, I'll deal with her!
Father! I am innocent! Father!
You still dare cry innocence? Shirk her away!
My husband! Save me, my husband! Mother!
What is going on?
I heard Lady Lillian hates her mother-in-law, so she poisoned Duchess Margaret.
How could she? How could the Duchess be poisoned? Lady Lillian is so vicious to actually commit poisoning her mother-in-law, such a heinous crime.
Take her away.
How did it go?
The Duke gave the order to lock Lady Lillian in the woodshed. Once the Duchess's funeral is over, he will deal with her.
Well done. Keep watching Northvale Estate. If there is any news, tell me right away, especially about Lillian. Our Lady will reward you well.
Thank Lady Stanton for her trust. I've been at the estate for years. Please tell her, Nanny, to rest assured, I will get the job done right.
Go back for now.
Old Frank! What are you doing here?
Lady Lillian,
Seize him!
Old Frank, this gold ingot, where is it from? Tell us the truth.
You'd better come clean. If you lie to me, I'll skin you alive.
I'll talk. It was Lady Stanton. She was the one who told me to put poison in Lady Lillian's food. She said, we either kill Lady Lillian, or if that fails, we could just frame her.
Take him away. Beat him to death.
Please, spare me.
Guards, have someone keep an eye on Nanny Clark. Find an opportunity and tie her up and bring her to me.
Yes, sir.
Father, North Watch Hall actually reached their hands into our Northvale estate. We can't tolerate them anymore.
Don't worry, my son. I'll write a letter right now to greet General Stanton. If he deals with Rosalind, I'll let it slide. But if he doesn't satisfy me, then he shouldn't blame me for turning on him.
Lillian, don't worry. With the Northvale estate here, we will never let you be wronged again.
That is wonderful. Grandma, Grandpa, and Daddy all love Mommy so much. Mommy will definitely have a very happy life. This is all the blessing from the blessed soul.
My baby, you are happy for Mommy too, aren't you?
Lillian, what is wrong?
Lillian, are you pregnant?
Lillian, are you really pregnant?
Silly. Why would I lie to you?
That is great.
I can't even look. Can't that be more mature?
You brat! Don't hurt Lillian!
I am sorry, Lillian. I just got carried away.
Bastard! How dare you do this behind my back and secretly reach your hands into the Northvale estate? Now Duke Richard of Northvale has sent a letter to inform me of this, asking me for an explanation. Tell me, how should I, General Stanton, punish you?
I am innocent, Father! How could I do such a thing?
How dare you deny it? To marry into Stanton Hall, you used so many dirty tricks, you forcefully broke my son's bond with the blessed soul, turning him into what he is today. I only showed mercy because you carry the Stanton heir. That is why I spared you. But still, you just wouldn't hold back.
Father, I swear I didn't! Oh, best be Lillian! That vile Lillian framed me!
How dare you try to blame Lady Lillian? Believe me, if I put this old hag to the torture, she'll spill everything.
General, have mercy! General, please spare me! I was only following orders, my lady. Please save me! I did this all for you!
You wicked servant! How dare you try to blame me?
General! Every word I said is true. I wouldn't dare lie to you!
Guards, drag her away.
General! Have mercy! General! Please spare me!
You'll take your own life. This is the last shred of dignity I can offer.
No, I don't want to die!
Father. What are you doing here? Father. Father, Rosalind is still my wife, please. Father, spare her just this once.
Leon, look what she did to you, and you still plead for her.
Father, even if you don't care about Rosalind, she's carrying the only flesh and blood of the Stanton family. My health is failing. Please, Father, leave me an heir.
Leon, you...
Father, Leon is right. Even if you despise me, the child I am carrying is Leon's only bloodline.
Fine. Drag her away. From now on, she stays inside. After she gives birth, I'll deal with her.
Lillian, he's kicking. The baby's kicking me.
Don't be silly. He's just a little bean right now. How could he kick?
Mommy, Daddy isn't wrong this time. Even though I am still a little bean, I am a blessing reincarnated. With strong powers, kicking someone is no problem at all.
This boy, not even born yet, already, so naughty, daring to kick your old man. Once you are born, I'm going to spank you.
How do you know it is a boy?
Of course, a daughter would never kick her old man.
Daddy is so mean. I am not even born yet, and he already wants to spank me. Just wait till I come out. I'll show you.
Father, what happened?
That old fool, Stanton. I wrote him a letter, told him to investigate himself, giving him face. I didn't expect him to send an old nanny over, saying the culprit has been dealt with, and the matter is settled. But the mastermind, Rosalind, he didn't mention her at all!
Oh no, I just figured it out. If Rosalind survives, she'll cause more trouble. She'll incite Leon and General Stanton to harm Northvale Estate, which will lead to its total destruction.
What?
Lillian, are you okay?
Father, Rosalind is truly cunning. If we don't get rid of her, she'll be a constant threat.
That old fool Stanton is clearly playing favorites. That old man has too much military glory. Even if we take this to the king, we might not be able to get the upper hand.
Oh, General Stanton is a lifelong warrior. Someone like Rosalind wouldn't normally impress him.
Lillian, what do you mean?
General Stanton protects Rosalind so fiercely. Likely because the child she carries is Leon's flesh and blood.
But even if we know that old fool Stanton is favoring Rosalind for the baby's sake, there is still nothing we can do about it.
Mother still doesn't know that Rosalind's child isn't young General Stanton's at all. It belongs to her lover, Julian Clark. How am I supposed to tell Mother?
So that is it. No wonder in my past life, her death felt so suspicious. How could a bandit manage to sneak completely unnoticed into a guarded estate? In my past life, Rosalind wasn't killed by a bandit. She was murdered by her lover.
Father, don't worry just yet. I need to visit the Wynn Manor to confirm something.
Lillian, this sea cucumber and abalone porridge. I simmered it for a full 6 hours. Try some. See if you like it.
You are too kind, Mother. When I lived here before, I never had anything this good. I didn't expect that after getting married. You'd spoil me like this.
Lillian, how can you say that? Before you were married, your mother and I never mistreated you at all.
Father-in-law, you sure are forgetful. You must have forgotten when I came with the betrothal gifts. How you treated her. Son-in-law.
As for the past, let's not bring it up again. Let's eat.
Eat.
I am full, Father. Mother, my husband and I want to see my old room. Is that all right? Just as I expected, the moment I left, they threw all my things away. No wonder they tried so hard to keep me from coming in here, saying Rosalind wouldn't like it. The truth is, they're the ones who don't like having me as a daughter.
Mommy's parents are so mean. How could they treat her like this? When I am born, I'll love her twice as much.
My baby, don't feel sad for me. I let go of their love a long time ago. From now on, my only family is the Northvale Estate and you.
Mommy's touch feels so good. In the future, Mommy, please rub your belly more often.
Lillian, please don't be sad. They might not care about you, but I do. If Wynn Manor has no place for you, the Northvale Estate will always have your back.
My love, thank you.
Lillian, between the two of us, there is no need for thank yous.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go to Rosalind's room and take a look.
All right.
Come.
Mommy's parents are so biased.
Rosalind always fancied herself a scholar. She absolutely loves this. The father searched everywhere for desk. If she has any secrets, they must be hidden near this desk. My love, these really are Rosalind's letters from her secret affair. The letters also mention that the child she is carrying is his...
Excellent. If old General Stanton gets his hands on these, he will never forgive Rosalind.
My love, it has been so long. I missed you so much.
My lord, you are finally here.
Who are you? You're... of course.
Don't move.
Master Clark, you really kept us waiting.
Lord Charles, Lady Lillian, I am telling the truth. Rosalind betrayed me. I'll tear her to pieces.
So when you received the letter I wrote as Rosalind today, you rushed over without a second thought. You actually wanted to kill her today.
Exactly. She promised herself to me long ago, but then married into Northwatch Hall. A morally corrupt, treacherous woman. Like her, I will kill her.
I never knew before Rosalind met Leo. She had already hooked up with the wealthy merchant's son, Julian Clark. To climb the social ladder, she abandoned him and stole my marriage. And she hid this from everyone.
Then do you know that the child she is carrying is yours?
Of course I do. I know she is due soon. Today I had already decided to kill the mother and keep the child.
You want this child back?
Of course. I am the only heir of the Clark family. This child, I must take him back.
Alright, then listen to me. I will make sure you get this child back.
Lady Lillian, are you really willing to help me?
That depends on how determined you are.
Rest assured, as long as I can get my child back, I'll lay down my life willingly.
Julian Clark actually has some backbone. In that case, I might as well give him a hand.
On the day Rosalind goes into labor, take these letters and ask to see old General Stanton. Your life and your child's, I will protect.
General. Speak! Lady Stanton of Stanton Hall. What is your connection to her?
General, once you read these letters, you'll know exactly what my relationship is with your daughter-in-law.
You mean Rosalind's unborn child is yours?
These are the letters Rosalind and I exchanged. Old General Stanton, you can have someone verify these letters to see if they're real.
Rosalind! Rosalind! You wretched woman! You ruined my son! And now you dare to taint the Stanton bloodline!
Old General Stanton, since the child Rosalind is carrying isn't a Stanton. Once she gives birth, can you give him to me?
Don't even think about it! You and Miss Wynne have shamed the Stanton family. Today, you won't leave General Stanton's estate alive, guards.
You really are ruthless.
Ha 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 ha! I killed countless people in my life. I am already a sinner. Today, I don't mind adding one more to the count.
Old General Stanton, you can kill me today. But I've already taken the story of your son, his wife, and myself, and written it into a book. I've handed it to someone I trust. The moment my head rolls, this story will spread everywhere. When that happens, the reputation of Northwatch Hall will still be ruined.
Lady Lillian, you'd better not trick me, or even as a ghost, I will never let you go!
Then, what do you want?
It is simple. Give me half an hour. I'll take my child and leave. I'll disappear forever. After that, when my friend hears the news of my safe departure, he'll destroy the drawings. Old General Stanton, you just need to claim. That Lady Stanton died in childbirth. Stanton Hall's reputation will be saved. And you can also get rid of Rosalind, that thorn in your side.
Deal.
Water! Get me water!
My dear wife, we meet again.
Stay away from me! Stay away!
You are giving birth to my child. How could I not come?
I don't love you at all! Oh, we were a long time ago! I am now Lady Stanton! Leave! I can give you a lot of money. Just leave. Don't kill me. No.
Rosalind,
Have you forgotten that my father is a wealthy merchant? I don't need money. I just want my child.
Rosalind! Hurry! Get him inside!
Yes, young general. There is no need to go in. Your wife isn't in there. Neither is your child.
Lillian, why are you here?
I am here to see my cousin off, one last time.
What do you mean? And you just said that inside. My child isn't there. And neither is my wife.
Let me tell you, young general, exactly why. Because Rosalind, before she married you, had already given herself to me. Even the child she carried is mine.
You are saying Rosalind's child is yours?
That is right, young general. The woman you fought so hard to marry was already sleeping with me.
Rosalind, you bitch! You played me for a fool!
Young general.
Lady Lillian, thank you.
Leon, in our past life, for my cousin, you killed me. You even killed the child I carried. Your very own child. In this life, you finally see she never loved you. Even the child she carried wasn't yours. Does it break your heart?
Doctor, my son, how is he?
The young general's health was already incredibly weak. After suffering such a massive shock, just being alive in this mindless state is already very lucky. I'll take my leave.
Northvale Estate!
Lillian Wynn.
You've gone too far. If I don't avenge this, I am not fit to be Grand General Stanton.
Lillian, I failed you. Lillian.
My child, don't worry. I will surely get Lillian Wynn back for you. The blessed soul will surely save your life.
Lillian, from now on, Rosalind won't be able to harm us anymore.
Though Rosalind is dealt with, the crisis isn't completely over. This completely angered old General Stanton. He'll target the Wynn family. When that happens, Mother will be implicated too.
Bad news, Your Grace. Chamberlain Clark and a squad of guards have barged in.
Duke Richard, General Stanton submitted 3 memorials impeaching senior archivist, 5th rank, Edward Wynn, for letting his adopted daughter, Rosalind, impersonate the heiress. This caused young General Stanton's severe illness. His Majesty is furious. Edward Wynn has been jailed. I am under orders to arrest the Wynn daughter, Lillian Wynn.
Chamberlain Clark. Lillian has been married into Northvale Estate for more than half a year. Before her marriage, she and Edward Wynn had already severed their ties. My daughter-in-law has absolutely nothing to do with the Wynn family. Don't be afraid. Lillian, Chamberlain Clark, is the king's trusted aide. My royal brother is just using this to disgust me. I will never let him have his way.
Thank you, Father.
Technically, they have no connection, but Edward Wynn said Lillian Wynn's name is still on the family tree. Therefore, Lillian Wynn is still considered a Wynn.
Oh no, my grandparents, to avenge their precious Rosalind, actually framed my mother. What do we do?
Lillian, what is going on? Didn't Edward Wynn already remove you from the family tree?
I guess my dear father wanted to control me, so he kept a backup plan.
That old bastard! Lillian, don't worry. I'll protect you with my life.
Husband, don't worry. I am my father's daughter. If he has a backup plan, what makes you think I don't? Chamberlain Clark, this is my deed of disownment from the Wynn family. With this as proof, are my ties with the Wynns completely severed now?
Senior Archivist Edward Wynn for allowing his adopted daughter Rosalind to impersonate the heiress Lillian Wynn, deceiving Grand General Stanton, marrying into Northwatch Hall, and causing his son Leon's severe illness is sentenced.
Edward Wynne and his relatives shall be exiled 3,000 miles. They shall not return unless summoned.
How could this happen?
Father, mother, leaving already.
Lillian, please, you have to save us. They're going to banish your father and me thousands of miles away to a freezing wasteland. Your father and I are too old. We won't survive this.
Mother, did you forget that I am just your adopted daughter?
Lillian, we wronged you in the past. But if you don't help us, your father and I will die.
How is that my problem? When you first brought me to Wynne Manor, you never treated me as a daughter. I cut ties with the Wynne family and married Lord Charles to keep control over me. You didn't take me off the family register.
So what if you know? Right now, you are still a Wynne. If you refuse to help us clear our names on this 3,000-mile exile, you'll just be coming with us.
You despicable!
Lillian! I know. You are pregnant with Charles's child. I don't just want you. I want the entire Northvale estate to find a way to help me. Otherwise, if I don't live, the young heir of Northvale won't live either. Aren't they royal relatives? Don't they hold the royal pardon sword? Saving a minor fifth the rank official should be a piece of cake.
You are shameless! He is your grandson too!
Grandpa and Grandma are so wicked. Mother has never enjoyed a single day of the Wynne heiress's privileges. Now that the Wynne family is in trouble, you want to drag my mother down with you. You even use me to threaten her, you big meanies.
You already swore to sever ties with me. How could I dare claim to be the young heir of Northdale's grandfather?
You are indeed unworthy. Father! Mother! I am afraid Lillian cannot join you. The day we swore to sever ties. Lest it be just empty words. I had the head of the Wynne family sign this deed of disownment.
Father, Mother, I came here today, thinking that if you had a single shred of remorse, I would consider our family ties and save your lives. But you actually dragged my unborn child into your schemes. Since you are unjust, I can only be ruthless.
You are being so ruthless!
You taught me well, Father.
2 lifetimes now. If I don't get smarter, I am afraid I'll end up in a mass grave as a nameless ghost again.
Lillian, this deed of disownment, your father never signed it. How can it be valid?
You don't need to worry about that, mother-in-law. Lillian, are you alright?
Don't worry. I am fine.
Lord Charles, you are a good man. You are reasonable. Please talk to Lillian. Don't let her stay mad at her father.
Find a way to save the Wynne family. Wouldn't that be best for everyone?
Mother-in-law! Keep dreaming!
Way to go, Dad. Well said.
My good son-in-law is Northvale Estate really going to watch Lillian suffer with us. She is carrying the Goodwin family's child. Do you not care at all?
Of course I care. Lillian and the child are the treasures of Northvale Estate. That is why today I took the royal pardon sword to see the king at the palace.
Okay, my husband. Did you really trade the royal pardon sword for a royal decree? Father risked his life for that.
Don't worry, Lillian. This is exactly what father told me to do.
You are such a reliable son-in-law. Seeing the Wynne family suffer, you couldn't just stand by.
Lillian, you really married a good man.
Father-in-law, mother-in-law, don't celebrate just yet. Let me finish speaking.
Go ahead.
Lillian, give me the deed of disownment. Didn't mother-in-law, just say it. This deed of disownment. Just say it. This deed of disownment is invalid without father-in-law's signature. The king has already titled Lillian as Lady Irene. She is no longer a Wynne.
You didn't ask the king to pardon the Wynnes, but ask him to completely sever our ties with Lillian.
You've repeatedly used your status as her parent to threaten her and humiliate her, simply relying on the fact that you are her biological parents. Now you have no ties. Don't ever think about using your parental status to exploit her again.
Dad is so cool. He is so good to Mom. I'll never say bad things about him again. When I am born, I am going to give him a great big kiss.
Time is up! Prisoners, move out!
My child! Please save me and your father!
Our ties are severed.
Lillian,
The royal
what is wrong?
pardon sword is so precious. Why give it up for my sake?
Don't blame yourself, Lillian. It is just an object. And compared to your freedom, it really means nothing. Keeping that sword in the estate all this time. Back then, Father tried to save the king. Then the crown prince got heavily injured and almost died. The late king was grateful and granted the royal pardon sword. He personally promised, if the duke ever committed a crime, this sword would spare his life.
Spare his life. Isn't that a lifesaver?
Quite the opposite. That sword, hanging high in the estate, is more like a death warrant. Every day it stays here, it reminds the king that someone is above his royal authority and challenging the crown. Not to mention, this person has royal bloodline and commands an army. How could the king not feel threatened?
But father's loyalty is clear as day.
So what? Before the crown, who dares to gamble on loyalty? But His Majesty is merciful after all. This time, he even allowed me to go to Northwatch Garrison.
Really? The king isn't restricting you from serving.
I'll leave for the camp tomorrow to serve as a captain.
In that case, it is a blessing in disguise. Husband, you can finally fulfill your ambitions.
Wait, Mother, don't celebrate just yet. Father's trip to the camp might put his life in danger.
What?
Baby, is what you said true?
Of course. I can foresee the future. I am never wrong.
Do you know who wants to harm your father?
You've been worrying a lot lately. Mother, you haven't been eating well. I am not getting enough nutrients. I can't see much, but it probably has to do with that old scoundrel Stanton.
But how do I tell my husband that I can hear our baby's voice? Or that he can predict the future? Such an absurd thing, would he even believe me?
What is wrong? Are you feeling unwell?
The baby kicked me.
Daddy is leaving for the Northwatch Garrison tomorrow. It might be a while before I come back. You little monkey, you have to be good. Keep your mother company and don't cause any trouble. Otherwise, when you are born, Daddy is going to give you a spanking.
Bad Daddy!
He's always been good. He must have heard you are going to the camp. That is why he is moving. Could it be that this trip won't be safe? The Northwatch commander? Is it Henry Stanton? He is narrow-minded and vengeful. The winds were exiled. Yet I was spared. He must be furious. With you under his command, I am worried he might harm you. My husband, this assignment. Could you turn it down?
Lillian, I know you are worried, but avoiding it won't help. A real man can't just cower and hide.
He is right. Asking him to hide is an insult. A military life is his dream. This opportunity, he has waited years for it. He can't just give it up. At the end of the day, I am just holding him back.
Since that is the case, my husband, please hear me out.
I don't know when I'll return. Father, Mother, please take care. And please, take care of Lillian.
My son, the battlefield is dangerous. You must be careful. Your father and I are here. We'll take good care of Lillian.
My husband! My husband! My love!
The Northwest is desolate and freezing cold. Charles, please stay safe.
Don't worry. I will return soon. In time for the baby's birth.
I'll wait for you.
Move out!
Lady Lilian, you have such clever hands.
Lady Lilian, Lord Charles has defeated the Westmart tribe. He won a great victory. Really, it is absolutely true. The good news has been presented to His Majesty. He will return to the capital soon.
That is wonderful. My child, did you hear that? Your father is coming back soon.
Daddy is so amazing. I guess Mother's hard work these past few months to strategize for Daddy and foil that old scoundrel's plot wasn't in vain.
Lady Lilian, there is one more thing. Her Majesty, the Queen has summoned you to the palace. Nanny Constance is already waiting outside.
The Queen? She is General Stanton's niece. What does she want with me? Your Majesty. Your subject greets Her Majesty, the Queen.
Please rise. Lady Lilian is heavy with child. No need for formalities.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Please relax, Lady Lilian. I invited everyone today just to admire the flowers. Speaking of which, the peonies this year bloomed exceptionally early. Look at them competing in beauty. What a lively sight.
His Majesty and Your Majesty are truly blessed. Even these delicate flowers are nourished so vibrantly.
I actually think it is the merit of our soldiers. When the news of victory came, the whole country celebrated. The king was very pleased this morning. He especially praised the Lord Goodwin for his bravery and wisdom. He truly lives up to his royal bloodline, a good son of third uncle.
I am humbled. My husband was quite unruly without His Majesty's favor, giving him the chance to train in the army, and without General Stanton's daily guidance and support. My husband wouldn't have achieved this today.
No need to be so modest. His contributions will be rewarded by the king. As for Lady Lilian's contributions, I have seen them as well. I wonder if Lady Lilian has anything she desires.
Your subject.
Mother, I feel so sick. I can hardly breathe.
Why are you kneeling? Stand up and speak.
Your Majesty, Lady Lilian is struggling with her pregnancy, and at home, she manages everything alone. The household affairs are demanding. It takes a toll on her. Why not pick a thoughtful companion for Lord Charles? It would help ease Lady Lilian's burden. What do you think?
What a vicious scheme. This uncle and niece, since they failed to harm Lord Charles in battle. They're trying to plant a woman in our home to drive a wedge between us.
Meanies, big meanies. How dare they try to shove concubines onto Daddy?
Now that you mention it, I just remembered I have a distant cousin. Her family isn't prominent, but she is quite stunning. Lord Charles appreciates beauty. He is bound to like her.
My cousin's aunt's cousin's daughter is only 16 and very lovely. She is gifted in all the arts and raised to be a lady of the house. Marrying Lord Charles as a secondary wife would be fine.
I have someone too. Being a concubine is fine.
It seems Lord Charles is quite popular with women. Lady Lilian, why not pick one?
Are you unwilling, Lady Lilian?
Men in this world, which of them doesn't have concubines? Lady Lilian, do you want him all to yourself? With such jealousy, how can you be a proper wife?
Exactly.
You misunderstand, ladies. It is not that I am unwilling. It is just that we've been very busy at home. I have no time.
Oh, in that case, why not pick a few? Teach them once they're in.
You are right, Your Majesty. However, my husband once said that in this life, I am all he needs. If I were to act on my own and bring women in, it might displease Lord Charles. And as for his temper, I am sure all of you ladies are well aware.
What? Would Lord Charles dare defy Her Majesty?
Of course not. It is just that, behind closed doors, peace and harmony are best. Otherwise, I believe your young ladies are dearly loved at home. Being concubines would just be unfair to them. A few days ago, my mother-in-law told me to help her look for proper wives for the young men in her family. I was just worrying where to find so many eligible young ladies. You ladies are all here to help.
Duchess Margaret's family are merchants. How can they marry noble ladies?
Being merchants means they're wealthy. The eligible young men also have academic honors. The husband's family has money but lacks power. The men are handsome and ambitious. So what if it is a step down in status? Besides, with Lord Charles as their eldest brother, and His Majesty and Her Majesty favoring him so much, love me, love my dog, I am sure they'll be well taken care of. Right?
You are amazing, Lady Lilian. Not only did you make Her Majesty the Queen take back her order, but she also rewarded us with so much jewelry. But still, that was really terrifying. My heart was almost beating out of my chest.
So was mine. I was just putting on a brave face.
Lady Lilian, Lady Grace requests your presence.
Lady Grace, Charles's childhood sweetheart.
Mother, there is something wrong with this eunuch.
Lady Lilian, please hurry. Lady Grace has a bad temper. If we are late, her ladyship will be furious.
Lady Lilian, the Queen and Lady Grace have always been at odds. We only just escaped the Queen's trap.
It seems leaving the palace won't be easy.
Listen carefully.
Go.
Yes.
Where is she going?
I bought a new hairpin, I think. I dropped it in the royal garden. I asked Clara to take this identical one and look for it. Lady Grace only summoned me. Whether a maid goes or not, doesn't matter, right?
Fine, we're almost there. Lady Lilian, just follow me.
Wait, this doesn't look like Lady Grace's chambers. Where exactly are we?
You'll know once you go inside.
Open the door! Let me out!
Well, well, little beauty, you are quite a looker, and pregnant too. I love it.
How dare you! Don't you dare touch me! I am Lady Lilian! Lord Charles will make you pay.
Oh my, I am so scared. Once you enter Birdsong Tower, I don't care how noble you are. You all kneel and beg. Get over here. You dare hurt me? I'll kill you!
Stay back!
Am I really going to die here today?
You master, let my mommy go. Someone save my mommy. Daddy, where are you?
Number, I won't die. For my baby's sake, I can't die.
I'll kill you!
Watch out, Lady Lilian!
Miss Lilian.
You are finally awake.
Where is this?
This is my bedchamber. Have you forgotten, my little warrior, what you did today?
Thank you, Lady Grace, for saving my life.
No need for thanks. If you hadn't been clever enough to send your maid to me with a hairpin, I wouldn't have made it in time.
Your Grace, what about my maid Clara?
She's fine. I sent her back to let them know you are safe. Otherwise, Duke Richard and Duchess Margaret would have stormed the palace demanding your return.
You are very thoughtful, Your Grace.
You know about me and Lord Charles.
Lilian, while I am away from the capital, if you run into any trouble, take this hairpin to Lady Grace. She will surely help you.
Aren't you afraid that the young eunuch was really my man?
I trust my husband, he said. You protect me, so I know you will.
But the rumors say Charles and I grew up together as childhood sweethearts. Aren't you worried?
The thing about rumors, the more they spread, the less believable they are.
Having a wife like you is Charles's greatest fortune.
Your Grace, that young eunuch, did you catch him?
He vanished. This was likely the Queen's doing. She meant to kill two birds with one stone, getting rid of us both. The Queen is quite the schemer. She planned this from the very start. If you were ruined, that old eunuch would step up and claim I ordered him. To ruin a loyal lord's wife, the king wouldn't spare me, and neither would the Northvale estate. and perfectly confirmed the rumors of an affair between Lord Charles and me. By then, I'd be as good as dead. But she probably didn't expect that I would come save you.
If so, is your Grace's name cleared now?
That old eunuch had a special status. His death only plays right into the Queen's hands.
Guards! Seize them! How dare you! To commit murder in the palace and kill Chamberlain Giles.
Stay in bed. I'll handle this. That man deserved to die long ago. I killed him. So what?
The late king allowed him to retire in the palace, and you dared to kill him. Lady Grace, you've made a fatal mistake. Even the king himself couldn't save you.
What? He was the eunuch honored by the late king. Number, Lady Grace only killed him to save me. I can't let her take the fall.
Stop! I almost forgot. And Lady Lillian, you are her accomplice. Arrest her too.
What is this fool doing? Is she afraid the Queen will forget her?
Your Majesty, do you recognize this phoenix hairpin?
Queen Eleanor, this is Charlotte's right.
You... Stop your nonsense. Is it? This phoenix hairpin is exclusively for royalty. It is so small it must belong to a child. But the king only has one princess, and that is your own daughter, Princess Charlotte. But this phoenix hairpin was something I found on Chamberlain Giles. Your Majesty, tell me, how did this personal item end up in Chamberlain Giles' hands?
Queen Eleanor, it seems Chamberlain Giles wouldn't even spare a child.
No. Shut up! I said, shut up!
If I were you, my top priority would be checking on Charlotte to see if she's been harmed. Maybe by then you'll want, even more than us, to see that beast dead.
Watch them closely!
Just stay in my quarters for now. It is safer to wait for Lord Charles. An old eunuch, however prized, cannot compare to the king's true-born daughter. Forget everything you just saw. Pretend nothing happened today. If anyone asks, just say you were having tea in my palace. Do you understand, Lillian?
Take good care of Lady Lillian.
Yes, my lady.
Have mercy, Lady Grace.
Lady Lillian, please, have some tea.
Thank you, Nanny. I can't drink right now. I just wonder when my husband will return.
Lady Lillian.
Charles!
Did Lady Grace give you a hard time again?
Not at all. Her Grace likes you, Lady Lillian. She feels a strong connection. Lady Lillian, if you have time, please visit the palace often and keep her company. This is a gift from Her Grace to welcome you. This bracelet, when expecting the third prince, the king gifted it to her. She gives it to you to symbolize peace and good fortune.
Thank you, Lady Grace. I'll keep that in mind.
Get some rest. We'll be home soon. My baby, did you listen to Mommy? While Daddy was away, did you behave yourself?
Of course, I am the best baby ever.
Husband, I missed you so much. I missed you every day.
Me too, Lillian.
I am so shy. Am I supposed to see this?
Where is the army? Why are you back all by yourself?
The army is still on its way back. I came back early for another mission. Coming back this time, I just wanted to see you. As long as you are okay, my mind is at ease.
Where are you going?
Westmark has surrendered. I've been ordered to negotiate peace.
General Stanton is the commander. Why isn't he going?
I'm not sure. But don't worry, Lillian. Since I promised to be there for the birth, I won't break my word. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Lady Lillian! Lady Lillian! The baby is almost here! Push! Push! Lady Lillian! Lady Lillian! Keep pushing! The baby is almost here!
Clara, is Lord Charles back?
Lady Lillian, please don't worry. I'll go check right now.
Charles, you promised you'd be here for the baby's birth.
Stop pacing! You are making me dizzy.
How can I not be anxious? She has been in labor for almost 4 hours now, and the baby still isn't here. That brat said he'd be back today. But where is he? The most important thing right now is to be by his wife's side. Is this acceptable?
Charles is on military duty. He is not out having fun.
So what? Nothing in the world is more important than my precious grandson. The most important thing right now is to be by his wife and child's side. Does our Northvale estate really need his meager salary?
Tabu encouraged him to enlist in the first place. Oh, you just say whatever suits you.
I am not arguing with you.
Your Grace, Duchess Lord Charles, is at the door.
Then, let him in! But what? Tell me!
Lord Charles brought a woman
What?
with him. Father! Mother!
Stop right there! Where are you going?
Lillian is in labor. I need to go to her. I have to be by her side.
You bastard! Now you finally remember your wife is having a difficult labor, and you brought another woman back! What are you trying to do? How do you have the nerve to see Lillian and your child?
Oh.
How did I raise such a... You are going to be the death of me! Huh?
The baby is here! The baby is here! My lord, you have a grandson!
Lillian, you've worked so hard.
I am finally born. Mommy is so beautiful. I love Mommy so much, stupid. Awful Daddy, you almost missed my birth.
Lilia! Did you hear the baby speak?
Could it be my husband can also hear our child's inner voice?
Husband, what you just heard was our baby's voice.
I can't believe such a miracle exists. Could my son be a genius?
What genius? I am a little blessing, silly Daddy. You and Mommy need to pick a name for me.
I was so happy that I forgot to name our baby. Lillian, do you have a good name in mind?
May our child be like a star, and you like the moon, shining brightly every night, with pure and clear light. Let's name the baby Stella.
Stella Goodwin. Ah, what a beautiful name, my child. This name, do you like it?
I love it. I love it. The name Mommy gave me. I love it the most. Daddy, you are in trouble.
You brat! Get out here! Kneel.
Father!
You've seen your wife and the child. Now let's settle the other score.
What score?
Beat him!
Father!
My lord! Have mercy!
Father, please stop.
Lillian, stay out of this. I'll stand up for you.
Father, this matter Charles has told me about it.
You knew, and you still let him act so foolishly?
It is not what you think, Father. Princess Zara.
Stop explaining, Mother. Go save her. That princess is about to kill herself.
This.
Father and brother in heaven, Zara has failed you. I refuse the humiliation of a forced marriage. I choose death to bring down our enemy, Charles, and destroy his family. May this avenge your souls in heaven.
Seize her!
doing?
I should be asking you. What are you doing, princess? Didn't you say you'd freshen up at the estate first, before seeing His Majesty at the palace? Yet the moment I left, you tried to kill yourself. You want to die here, and frame the Northvale estate, without even asking for my permission. Take her away!
Lady Lillian, Lord Charles sent word. He said about Princess Zara's suicide. Perhaps it involves General Stanton and the Queen. But His Majesty isn't mad. Instead, he rewarded us. He gave Northvale estate lots of gold and made Lord Charles Warden of the North. You also got an honorary title. The royal decree will arrive soon.
All right. I got it.
Aren't you happy, Lady Lillian?
That Stanton uncle and nephew aren't the type to just let it go. They'll surely stir up more trouble.
Don't worry, Mommy. I will protect everyone.
My little lucky star is so amazing.
Greetings, Lady Grace. Between us, no need to be so formal. Beautiful. Look at your glow and your figure. You look exactly the same as before you gave birth. Actually, you look even better. Bring the gift I prepared.
Your Grace, this is too precious.
Not at all. As his godmother, it is just a jade pendant. Look, his little hands are holding it tight. He really likes it.
Then I thank your Grace on Stella's behalf. Your Grace, what is wrong?
Seeing this child reminds me of my own. My eldest son wasn't so lucky. Shortly after birth, he passed away. Never mind. Let's not talk about such sad things.
Mommy, the crown prince didn't die. Queen Eleanor just swapped him with a stillborn baby, and the crown prince is destined for the throne. If he returns to the palace, he'll be a wise king. A wise king.
Baby, is that really true?
Absolutely. Godmother just needs to head east for 20 miles from the palace gates and find a family named you. They have a boy who is 10 years old. That is the crown prince.
Lilia, what is wrong?
Your Grace, I think your child is still alive.
Not done yet.
All right. I just have 3 or 4 more to write. I'll be right with you. Okay.
Your husband finally gets a day off, and you are spending it writing invitations. I thought you disliked the sentence. My lady, do you have a new plan?
I am not telling you. It is a little secret between Lady Grace and me.
Your humble servant pays his respects to Her Majesty, the Queen. Thank you, Your Majesty.
I heard Lord Goodwin, for his son's 4-month banquet, sent you an invitation, Uncle. Will you be going?
Of course I will. Lillian ruined my son. I won't let her get away with it. Care to join me, Your Majesty? Then I'll give the Duke's family an unexpected surprise.
Is that so? Then I'll be watching closely. If you fail again, Uncle, I wouldn't mind doing it myself.
Then, Your Majesty, just sit back and enjoy the show.
In this world, only the dead keep their mouths shut. Lillian Wynne. Lady Grace is going home for a visit this time. Let's see how you escape my grasp. Please, come in.
Thank you. Thank you. Please, come right in. Please, take a seat anywhere.
Her Majesty the Queen! Grand General Stanton!
Blessings to Her Majesty, the Queen.
You may rise.
Leon Stanton, are you regretting it now? It is just that you won't get a chance to live again. Even if you did, I wouldn't choose you.
You're so lucky, Uncle. You have a good son and a cute grandson. I am so jealous.
Indeed, unlike me, I've spent my life from home, and now my only son has Lost his mind?
Wasn't young Master Stanton perfectly fine before, I heard. He got married and had a child. How did he suddenly become like this?
Never mind. It is just my son's cruel fate, if not for others meddling. Had he married the true Wynn heiress, he wouldn't have ended up like this. It is just a pity about Lillian's deep affection for my son back then.
You must be joking, Mr. Stanton. Lillian was raised away from home. Before the wedding, she had never met Leon. What deep affection could there be? She was merely following her parents' orders. Mr. Stanton, I ask you not to say such things and tarnish my wife's good name.
All right, Uncle Henry, that is enough. We are here today for the young heir's 1-month banquet. Let's drop the other matters. Where is the young heir? I have brought a longevity lock for him. Allow me to put it on him myself.
Thank you, Your Grace.
What a lovely child. Come, let me hold him.
That woman, you keep bullying my mother. I am not letting you hold me.
Are you all right?
I am fine. Help me go change.
Mother, where did old Stanton go?
Clara, go quickly. Help Her Majesty change.
Yes. This way, Your Grace.
This is a hallucinogen from Westmark. Just a small dose can make someone lose control of their senses. You will put this into Lillian Wynn's tea. Find a chance to lure her here. Once it is done, I will keep my word and promote your brother to Centurion.
Understood.
Go home. This medicine will revive you for half an hour. If Lillian Wynn can really save you, even if I have to use force, I will drag her back here. Once you get better, I will avenge you. I'll kill that Wynn bitch and the Duke's whole family.
How is it?
Don't worry. Everything is set.
Lillian, what is wrong?
I am fine. Just a little dizzy. Lady Lillian, let me help you to your room.
All right. Take good care of Lady Lillian.
Lillian Wynn, before you die, I will make you serve your greatest purpose. Save that piece of trash.
Careful, Lady Lillian. Lady Lillian, let me help you to the bed. Careful now. Mia, you are so loyal to the Stantons. I am sure sharing a bed with him is something you wouldn't refuse. Guards! Intruder! Catch the intruder! Help!
Cheers. Today is my grandson's 100-day banquet. Thank you, all four. Be in here, everyone. You enjoy yourselves.
Somebody come quick! We have an intruder, catch the thief!
Insolent thief! In broad daylight, you dare trespass in the Duke's estate. Uncle Henry, Duke Richard, capture them at once.
Yes.
These clothes. Could they be Lady Lillian's? My son is resting in there. What is she doing here? Number, I need to check on my boy.
You can't! You bitch! How dare you go behind my back and do something like this?
What? Lady Lillian snuck into his bed. No wonder, General Stanton, said Lady Lillian admires Master Stanton.
Master Stanton is already in this state, and she still went after him. She must be incredibly desperate.
Lady Lillian, you dare to commit such a shameful act. Do you confess? Lillian Wynne, for a married woman to commit adultery by law, you must be drowned in a cage. You won't get away with it this time.
Your Majesty! Your Majesty! This accusation is not mine to bear.
What is going on? Wait, isn't that Lady Lillian?
Lillian Wynne, why are you here?
Oh, General Stanton, where do you think I should be?
Well,
Leon could have lived as a fool for a few more years, but now he is completely ruined.
Uncle! Lillian Wynne, you drugged Leon and the maid, didn't you?
Your Grace, where is your proof?
We have all the evidence. How dare you deny it? Lady Grace, you are not at your family's home, yet you are here. You must be involved in this too. Guards, arrest them all. Where's the marked drugs found in the Northvale estate? Lillian Wynne won't escape, and neither will Northvale.
Stop right there! Insolent commoner, how dare you disrespect Lady Grace?
Commoner! Chamberlain Clark, open your eyes and look closely. I am the Cling Consort. Eleanor, receive the royal decree.
By the grace of heaven, the king decrees, Queen Eleanor, consumed by jealousy, harmed the concubines, ruined palace harmony, let her kin meddle in politics, colluded with enemies, brought chaos to the court, and harmed royal heirs, lacking royal virtue. Eleanor is now reduced to a commoner. Her royal seal is revoked, banished to the cold palace, never to be seen again.
Her Majesty, the Queen has been banished to the cold palace. Our kingdom has never deposed a queen before.
Harming royal heirs, colluding with enemies. I can't believe the Queen did such things.
No. How could this be? The king would never do this to me. I don't believe it.
Eleanor, I didn't take the king to Greendale to visit family. We went to find the crown prince. Years ago, you swapped my son and threw him in a mass grave. How could you be so cruel, Eleanor? He was just a newborn. Fortunately, my son was blessed. He was found and raised with care. Now he has been brought back by the king. Eleanor, you should know how much the king cherishes our very first child. He has been made the crown prince.
He is the crown prince. Then what about my child? Ridiculous! Absolutely ridiculous! My king! I knew you favored Lady Grace. But I never thought you'd go this far. Albert is your child too? What did he do wrong? He respected you and loved you. How could you replace him?
Their mistake was having a mother like you and the Stanton family as their kin.
Damn you, Lady Grace! Lillian Wynne! You all deserve to die!
My love, your hand.
Charlotte? Albert, Mother was wrong. I am so sorry.
Lillian, thank you for helping me get my son back. I have no more regrets.
The crown prince is truly blessed. He will be a great king revered by all. The worst is over. Your Grace, your future is nothing but bright.
Charles, the more I look at you, the more I feel you don't deserve our Lillian. A sweet sister like her belongs by my side.
Your Grace, I only get one wife in this life. Please have mercy on me.
Fine, fine. Lillian, if he ever mistreats you, just come tell me. I won't care about who is right or who is family. I am on your side.
Lilian, you are the treasure of my life.